Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you my Randall rg80es. I got it plugged into my EVH212 cabinet with the Celestion and Greenback speakers. And then I've got my guitar, which is an Ibanez RG8 8-string. I've got that plugged into a Ibanez Tube Screamer. And then that into a Behringer Graphic EQ pedal. I got a noise reducer to keep down the noise. And then in the effects loop, I have the EQ pedal, another EQ pedal, just to shape the tone of the amp a little bit. Right now I have everything off except the noise reducer, but that makes no change to the tone. I've got all the knobs at noon except for the reverb right here, and the master's obviously down because, you know, with a solid state amp that doesn't really matter. So here we go. So I'm on channel 2, which is the high gain channel. This is a high gain amp, except it's not very like high gain. I mean, it's technically high gain, but anyways, this amp has 2 channels, except that channels are active at all times, like both at the same time. You can actually switch between them, but you need the foot switch, which is very hard to come by, and this particular amp didn't come with it when I bought it. But I'll show you guys the clean channel. As you can hear, this amp is pretty noisy, but here, I'll turn on the reverb too. Then I'm going to turn on the EQ pedal and the effects loop. Switching back over to channel 1. By the way, you can, while these channels are active at the same time, if you turn the gain and master all the way down, they're basically off. Like, I'm sure there is channel void, but it's never audible at all, so. Now turning on the Behringer Graphic EQ pedal in the front of the amp to boost it. This is what we got. Turn the gain all the way up. Now I'll turn on the Ibanez Tube Screamer as well to give it even more of a push. So with these 2 pedals in front of it, this is how you really get into an actual like high gain sounding territory. So yeah, so now adjusting the knobs a little bit. turn bass up to there. This right here, mid's down to 4. Now, and then I'll turn this up a little bit too. This is kind of how I usually have the amp set. Maybe a little bit less bass depending on how I'm feeling, but put it about right there. Yeah, so this is a very chunky sounding amp if you boost it properly. Now, I know this amp was made popular by Dimebag in the 90s, but I'm probably not going to get very deep into the Dimebag tone in this video. But I will still play some Dimebag and Pantera riffs. So. Alright, I've just grabbed my Dean Dimebag Dime Slime guitar. It's in D standard at 425 hertz, so like the Dimebag tuning. So. Sorry for my sloppy playing. It's kind of hard to go from an 8 string back to a 6 string. At least for me, anyways. So this amp is a very good sounding amp. If you are going to look into buying one of these, I would really, whether it's this, okay, how about, okay. if you're gonna look into buying one of these amps, the rg80 specifically, this one, I probably wouldn't spend more than $500 on one of these, and if it's an rg100, I wouldn't really spend more than like maybe $650 or $700. I know the asking prices now on these amps are pretty. They're still like pretty fair, but they're definitely getting up there. So like, if it's like $1,000, I would stay away from it, even if it's a really nice, clean example. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe got to hear what this amp sounds like, and I hope you learned something new. Thanks for watching, guys.